Welcome back, everyone, to the Kinguin for Charity Christmas Edition 2014 Hearthstone Tournament, powered by Kinguin, Azo, and DX Racer. Of course, we want to spread awareness, and raise money for the child's play.
I'm really sorry about the issue with the games, because we are already being started with Hype versus Firebat, and that was my mistake for mentioning that Tides of Time will be playing this game, so sorry about that. It's actually Hyped from Team Tempo, so against Firebat from Archon Gaming, and we'll already seeing the game being started, so we'll be jumping right into the battlefield here. So what's the game here? It's the hunter, aggressive hunter, and we are not seeing the Firebat's deck yet, because the spectator mode is pulling some tricks on us here. So we will be waiting for the spectator mode from Firebat for some time, but we can always spectate it from Hyped perspective here, and it's a mirror match actually.
Yeah, both players opting for the aggressive hunter. Both those players actually playing an underrepresented class. Hunter only being represented by 5 players. We saw KitKats try aggro hunter last game, didn't work out for him. Let's see if Hyped or Firebat can do better stuff with it. We actually see the bans on screen right now. Mage banned for Hyped, and Firebat's Warrior has been banned.
Yep.
Hyped has been known for some crazy mage play, so Firebat has respect for that. And yeah, Hyped definitely also seeing Warrior as a strong contender, so he banned Firebat's Warrior. I mean, if we've seen Warrior 3-0, so Hyped did not want any of that.
True. And also Hyped is playing. What Hyped is playing apart from Hunter? Oh. Can't really say, sorry. We'll have to check that out. So, never mind, well, let's go back to the game. Glaive Zuka being played on turn 2, on turn 1, being counted out by Hyped here, just to manage the first Leper Gnome being played, but the follow-up from Firebat is actually really strong. Undertaker and second Leper Gnome puts the Undertaker out of range of the Glaive Zuka, which means a lot for Firebat here. This will push some points of damage in this mirror match, and even 2 points of damage can mean win or lose in this kind of matchups, which is basically based on just racing through the game with the opposing hunter.
I mean, currently Hyped is a little bit behind on the board. Undertaker is looking pretty scary for the time being. However, Hype does have the comeback mechanism with it, Unleash the Hounds, and also the Snake Trap can sometimes play a big role.
That's also interesting that Firebat is playing some mid-range more approach, because he still has Savannah high mains, so maybe it's not an exact mirror match when what we are seeing from the start of the game, what we are seeing, because Hype is playing. Well, he's playing Glaive Zuka, so that means he's playing hyper aggressively, right? Well,
I mean, Glaive Zuka is just a solid card overall, a natural fit for Hunter, I would say, because Hunter has a lot of early game minions. It doesn't matter if you focus it a little bit more on late game by adding cards like High Main, you're still going to have that aggressive core with the Undertakers and Death Rattle minions, so Glaive Zuka is a perfect fit no matter what.
Did you see which trap Hyped was playing? That was an explosive trap, right? I think so. So,
I don't know exactly.
In this situation, you can actually try to attack the Undertaker, but it will cost him so much points of hit points here that it might be not a good choice. Still, he can fake some other types of traps, like Snake Trap or Freezing Trap. So
actually has a Snake Trap on the board.
Yeah, you're right. Snake Trap is not highlighted.
We can see that because the Snake Trap in his hand wasn't outlined green. Therefore, it cannot, because it can't be played.
You're right.
You're right. As we see right now. Yeah. So Firebat will definitely not attack minions here anyway.
Oh, look at inclusion of Deadly Shot in a well, kind of more aggressive Hunter. We didn't see that for a long time. And some time ago, that was a staple card, like really long ago.
Yeah, that's very interesting. What do you think Firebat wants to hit with the Deadly Shot?
I'm not really sure, because the problem with Deadly Shot is that it's completely random when it comes to the outcome. So maybe he's also playing Hunter's Marks to somehow clear the board so the only one minion will be left. Maybe he predicted that more control type decks will be playing in this environment. I'm not really sure what's the thought process behind the Deadly Shot. It will definitely not be a good card in this matchup, I think. Especially after Snake Traps being triggered, but at this point of the game, when Hyped is at 14 points of health and Firebat is at, well, strong 30, that means the game is probably already being lost for Hyped here.
Yeah, I mean, the kill command can deal with the Undertaker, and we're going to see that right now. The Undertaker can clear the Mad Scientist, and then Glaive Zuka plus attack from the Web Spinner can clear some spiders. But it looks like he's not going for that. Interesting that he doesn't decide to clear the board here, or at least attempt to clear the board without taking too much damage.
Well, he's in a really tough spot. He's put on a clock, and oh look, it's a Hunter's Mark.
Just like you said, interesting.
Yep.
So Deadly Shot will be played here. What's gonna hit? The Undertaker, so that's the better minion right there.
Yep.
Not that it matters. I mean, Firebat pretty much has this game locked up. It's just a matter of time, because there's no way Hyped will be able to get back in the game fast enough.
9 points of health against 27 from an other Hunter means just you have like maximum when your opponent is really unlucky with his draws. That's 3 turns basically, and you want to win against another Hunter in that amount of time, most of the times.
Pretty sure that Savannah Hyman is just going to hit the board next. He has very good protection from Freezing Trap if Hyped top decks it or something, because of the Haunted Creeper just being so resilient. It cannot be cleared very well, so it will most likely stick around for the Freezing Trap, so Hyman is safe to hit face.
Well, Hyped, I wouldn't really like to be in his skin right now.
Yeah, he needs to clear the time main to get rid of the damage on the board. He can actually clear a lot of the board with Unleash plus Boar.
Haunted Creeper, not a bad drop from the Pilot Shredder, but this doesn't help him at all at this state of the game.
Yeah, he kind of needed a Taunter there.
Or maybe a Timberwolf, just to buff those 1/1s to kill the hyenas.
Well, Timberwolf is not a 2-drop though, unfortunately.
Alright. Oh. My bad.
Direwolf Alpha maybe something.
Yeah, Direwolf Alpha would be okay.
Would have been okay. Yeah, well, slowly but surely, those hero powers from Firebat add up. And even if Hyped is able to clear the whole board every time, Firebat will just have to click his hero power 3 times to win this game.
It actually will be 2, because the Hunted Creeper, unless it's a freezing trap somewhere in the Hyped's deck, it will always deal damage even if it's killed.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really hard spot. Killing the gnome.
Oh, Rusty Horn! Firebat drinking from his mug. Already anticipating victory. Superman on his shoulder. Superman doing some work for Team Archon today.
Yeah, that's true.
So far, all the Archon members didn't drop a single game.
And Tempo Storm will be 0-4 in this in their records.
That's really rough.
Kind of disheartening.
Kill command finishing the job. And
Well,
Firebat.
It wasn't really a surprise for Hyped that this game finished the way it finished, because well, it was kinda really rough game for him from the middle of the time being. So definitely a hard matchup for Hyped here.
Yeah, and we will have to see how KitKat's plans on bouncing back. So
yeah, that's true. Well, his mage was banned, which means also that the hunter from Firebat isn't playing any flares, right? Because why would you ban mage if you get flares or maybe Kazan Mystics in this spot just to get rid of the opponent's secret? And that also is kind of important in mirror matches. So I'm really curious what will be the outcome of the next games between those two players. And well, Hyped is known as like one of the best analyzing players in the game. He really thinks the stuff through, so we'll see how that goes. Hyped will be playing Warrior, we just got the information, so this means he will not have an easy time against this type of hunter, right? There are some Savannah Hymens in there, and those are the nemesis for a warrior.
And the deadly shot is going to play a big role in that matchup for sure.
True. Also, there's the Hunter's Mark, so there are some ways of clearing those big creatures from warrior's side. But we can't really forget that warrior got some insanely good backup in the form of Shield Maiden that made an appearance at the game where Hosty was playing against KitKats. That was an MVP, I think, in that game.
Yeah, totally. I mean, definitely a favorable matchup for Hype, but Hunter has proven time and time again that it, with a broken start with Undertaker, it can beat everything.
True. Well, that was the state of the game for some time. Like the Undertaker is shaping the metagame. I think that's the card that is currently the most important thing to think when you're deck building your decks, and you have to include answers to that card, right?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, guys, once again, we would like to remind you before the game starts that this tournament is, of course, for the Child's Play Foundation, helping kids with cancer by getting them consoles and video games. I mean, just helping them out. And if you guys are in a Christmas giving mood, be sure to click that link in the channel below to participate in donating and raising some funds for those kids.
And we already have $360 in our account. So thanks for the gifts for the children, and we are starting with the game in a second. Here you go, guys.
Yeah. So we see Warrior.
Oh man, there's an Oasis Snapjaw.
Oasis Snapjaw that wasn't put into hand by Whip Spinner. How is that possible?
Is this DreamHack Summer?
Yeah.
The first time we actually saw the turtle being played was in Reynard's deck during DreamHack Summer, if I remember it correctly.
I saw it before in Strife Crow's DreamHack Bucharest list from the first DreamHack Bucharest.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Strife Crow, I'm pretty sure he put it into competitive use at first.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't remember that.
But anyway, yeah, Snapjaw is definitely an exciting card. That's for sure. It's always has been like one of those awesome minions to buff with a Houndmaster. Just getting that 4/9 taunter. It's just huge.
It's a big headache for Warrior to get rid of, because he has to waste and execute on that, most probably, or at least one hit with a weapon, which will be then followed by attack of FN minion or whatever can deal 2 or 3 points of damage. So that as a Snapjaw might be problematic for the Warrior here.
I'm actually curious. Have you seen any Goblins vs Gnomes cards in Hunter except for that Glaive Zuka?
Yeah, that was the small mech, the Clockwork Gnome.
Oh, that one. Okay.
But after that, I don't think there was anything else.
Yeah, but right now we see Houndmaster being drawn. So the combo Snapjaw into Houndmaster is real in this matchup. That might pose a big threat to Warrior, unless he draws into like an Execute or a Black Knight. If he even plays Black Knight.
There are so many options here, right? When you're building a deck, so many cards that can be included into Hunter. Hunter was always very open with possibilities. Some players did even use like Tigers, Salamander Tigers for a solid 5-drop that is not so easily removed by any card in the game. And as you can see here, there's a Oasis Snapjaw being played. So many options.
Right now, that freezing trap will be a big roadblock in the Warriors' face. Acolyte cannot do any decent attacks here. Will get returned to his hand most likely.
There's a sweet combo right here. You can play Explosive Ship and Whirlwind it.
Yeah, that is actually crazy because he will get to draw 2 cards off of that Acolyte. The question is if he wants to actually use that Acolyte to pop the trap.
He's not certain which trap is it. Like, if he thinks that's a snake trap, this will be insanely good for the warrior. He can attack first with the Acolyte of Pain to the Hunted Creeper, deal 1 damage, spawn the snakes, then proceed with the Explosive Ship, play the Whirlwind, clear the snakes, kill the Hunted Creeper, spawn the little spiders, damage the mad scientist, and then the ship will be dead, proking the death rattle from the ship, dealing 2 damage to every single creature, clearing the whole board in result, but this is not the case.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Hyped, if he was expecting Snake Trap, he definitely would have made that move, but it seems like he does not want to play into that. Instead, he opts for the safer route, to just not attack.
This might also be a problem because he has no easy way to actually proc the freezing trap now, so every big creature that will be played on the board, like Shield Maiden, will actually do nothing, apart from generating the armor.
Hype still has the possibility to clear the board here, though. He has the Fiery Warx at his disposal. Now he can check for the Snake Trap, like just in case it's Snake Trap, he can check for it for sure. Fiery Warx will attack the Spider, the Haunted Creeper, and then the Spiderlings will spawn, and after that he can clear the board with Explosive Ship plus Whirlwind.
Well, he can always Shield Slam first, then kill the Haunted Creeper, and play the Whirlwind.
Without using Explosive Ship? I disagree with that kind of. I think Shield Slam will be more useful later, especially with the Shield Maiden in his hand. So Hyde going for that board clear, very efficient.
True.
He knows that this trap now is not a snake trap, but he does not know what the other trap is.
So there are now two traps in the hunter's disposal, and the second trap is
Snake Trap.
Snake Trap. So,
and that is actually big for Firebat, because Hyped has no way of dealing with the snakes anymore now that the Explosive Sheep and the Whirlwind is gone.
Maybe in retrospect he should have used this Shield Slam on the Haunted Creeper, attack the Mad Scientist, and then use the ship on the next turn.
Maybe.
That would mean a lot of damage coming his way, but he has the Shield Maiden in hand, and also like Straza that can be played in 3 turns, so kind of, well, he still doesn't, he knows that Firebat is playing Savannah Hymen, so he might be fearing of that at turn 6.
I mean, that is just the danger of blowing your mass removal too early. Sometimes you just have to take your time and just find the right spot to play it. No matter how good it seems to be on that previous turn, sometimes it's just worth waiting a little longer, so you can just be completely safe for the next turn by clearing even more of his stuff.
Yeah, Savannah Hymen, turn 6, that's really huge. There's the Shield Maiden can't really do anything, because if he attacks, it will just be bounced back into Hyped hand, and this will mean, of course, that he can use it afterwards, being played for 7 mana, and it will generate 4 armor back, but just losing a whole turn just to replay it and lose another turn is not an option when you're playing against a hunter, which will be just... It's not about buying time here. You have to deal with the board first.
I mean, Firebat in such a good spot. Not only does he have the Savannah Hymen on the board, the 2 traps are so huge in the situation. because Hype doesn't have anything to do with the Snake Trap, and he will return something big with the Freezing Trap as well.
You're right.
So
I think,
Firebat looking very strong in this matchup for sure.
and that was the problem with not attacking with the Acolyte of Pain in 10-3. That's really biting Hyped back.
Yeah, definitely. So we're seeing Shield Slam right
For
now.
2 damage.
Warming up
Wow.
before. I assume he's going to play Bomb Blubber. But Snakes will be triggered.
Oh man, the Bomb Blubber value, will be so bad. Most probably the Bomb Blubber will hit one of the snakes. And if he hits... Oh, this is painful to watch. The whole board of Warrior is being obliterated.
Yeah, it seems like Hyped is banking on a top deck Baron Gen or something like that to be able to deal with, or maybe Brawl even. But Brawl will be prevented by that low tap.
Important card to drop.
Also,
at
take
this
a look
point of
at
the game.
Firebat's hand.
Yeah, there's a Ragnaros.
Ragnaros and Big Game Hunter. That's so interesting.
Execute doesn't do anything here apart from maybe killing low tap when you sacrifice your Bomb Blubber, but well, this seems to be over.
Wow. Man, like, I can't believe it. Archon is just wiping the floor with Tempo Storm. First Hosty beating KitKats 3-0 and now Firebat on the same track as Hosty was.
He has to turn it around somehow. This will be a hard task to do. But yeah, it's really tough. Like, the only option here, which seems to be reasonable, is Shield Maiden.
Yeah, that is the play to survive, I guess.
Well, how many damage has Hunter? 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14.
The play to win is just drop the rag and hit low tap. Maybe that's what you have to do.
1 to 7.
I don't think the 5 armor from the Shield Maiden will matter at all.
Yeah, he will be still 1 damage off lethal just from the board. Oh, he's going for it. So now it will be most probably Ragnaros from Firebat's side. Yep, he will kill the Bomb Blubber with one of his snakes, then deal 4 damage to, at least 4 damage to Warrior's face, and just, you know.
50-50.
Yep. Really tough match for Hyped here.
Yeah, I mean, he had some good early game solutions, but he blew them a little bit too early, it seemed, and Firebat on the back of his Savannah Hymen and Ragnaros, and 2 clutch traps.
Well, one of the answers here would be the Brawl, and Hunted Creeper being the one survivor from that Brawl, but yeah, that's still really hard to pull off. And as a Hunter's Mark or Big Game Hunter, whatever, for the Alex Straza and
Firebat even revealing that Big Game Hunter. He didn't even have to show it, but
True. Oh, look at the BM, he's even using the Hunter's Mark. He doesn't really pay any respect to Hyped here.
Yeah, exactly, like if he had any respect for Hyped right now, he definitely wouldn't have shown the Big Game Hunter, that's for sure.
Yeah, or at least the Hunter's Mark, because he didn't show it in the first game, right?
That's right.
Yeah, no respect here. Wow, such BM.
But yeah, I mean, Firebat just feeling confident that he will 3-0 him. So, I mean, it's definitely going to be hard for Hype because his last deck is Warlock.
Yep, I think so.
And if it's a handlock, then it's...
Well, still Handlock has a better chances against this slower kind of Hunter.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? And there's the inclusion of Dark Bombs, which can kill the Undertakers on turn 2, which is also important when Soulfire is for 1 mana and not for 0, because that means that you can actually not draw so many cards at the start of the game, so the discard will mean more in the process. So I think Dark Bomb is really spell of choice here. But we have to see, because there are so many questions that we can just ask without seeing the deck list. And well, also important that, well, Firebat is actually playing somewhat a mix between control and aggro, right? He's playing Undertakers, he's playing aggressive cards, and he still has some really retroactive cards like Hunter's Mark and Deadly Shot, which can clog his hand at the beginning of the game, and it's not like he will have an aggressive opening in every single game. That's almost not possible. So at some point when Firebat will be choosing the Hunter to play, there will be some slower openings.
Yeah, but I mean, Firebat Hype will most likely play Handlock, right?
I think so.
He's not known for his zoo play, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, I've always seen Hype play Handlock when I saw him play Warlock, so therefore I assume he's going to play Handlock again. And when that happens, Firebat will have... Sure, I mean, it's a little bit slower, but have you seen the slower cards that... have you seen the cards that make the Hunter slower? They're just so good against Handlock. You have Dead Shot, you have Hunter's Mark, you have Big Game Hunter. It's just... I mean, that might just turn this already favorable matchup to a completely lopsided matchup. Who knows?
This might be really ugly. Like, the Big Game Hunter is such a swing card. It's bigger than Hunter's Mark in this situation because you don't have to sacrifice any creatures from your side of the board. And, well, the only situation on Hunter's Mark which will be better than Big Game Hunter is when you're facing a Twilight Drake from the Handlock player. And... well, we are still not sure which kind of Warlock is Hype playing. Might be even a Demon Lock, which is kind of a tempo deck because the Void Colors can actually play the demons for free, which can be really important in such matchups.
I'm
like
really hoping that at least one of those players brought Demon Lock. I mean, we have 15 Warlocks. How likely is it that someone did bring Demon Lock? I hope there's at least one player who did it. I am absolutely in love with Demon Lock. I think it's great. Mal'Ganis, it's such a wonderful card to play.
True.
It's so much fun.
Okay, we'll be starting the game soon. I think we'll be heading right now to the game. And this will be...
well, we see the Hunter.
That we're still not seeing Hyped hand. It will be kinda lagged, I think.
Yeah, we will see it shortly. Don't worry, guys.
Oh man, that opening hand. There's an Undertaker.
Really the Haunted Creeper is definitely a minion that is sometimes just ignored, and that's when the Houndmaster comes into play in a big way.
True.
Double
Oh
Undertaker
man,
even. That is just crazy. Holy crap.
this is trouble. Both Undertakers on turn 1 because of the coin, and then Haunted Creeper on turn 2. This is a nightmare. Oh look, it's a zoo.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't anticipate that, and look, it's a Fell Reaver.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
this is so unfortunate for Hype because of those Hunter's Mark and Big Game Hunters being played.
yeah.
Oh man.
The Big Game Hunter definitely a big factor against the Fell Reaver, that's for sure. And I mean, not only that he has those cards in his deck, he also has those cards in his hand already, which makes his hand just terrible right now. You don't want those 5-drops in your opening hand, that's for sure.
Yeah. Only thing worse than those cards can be Soulfires to discard other cards that can have a meaning here, but at least he can kill one of the Undertakers here, which is really important, but then it will be back to back because of the Hunted Creeper or Web Spinner, but I think there will be Hunted Creeper just to make the your mana being played every single time with everything to be efficient with your mana.
Man, this hand is just Firebat's hand is just disgusting. Look at it. He has the perfect turn 3 play with 2 Death Rattle minions, one of them which is a beast, so even if Haunted Creeper gets dealt with, he still has the Web Spinner to buff with the Houndmaster.
You're right. This is
oh
really
my
bad.
god, this is just crazy.
Oh.
And another 5-drop. Yeah, this... like, we see the two exact opposites. The insane starting hand from Firebat and the really poor hand from Hyped.
I'm feeling really sorry for Hyped here. There's almost nothing he can do at this state of the game. Like, he has to draw something relevant at turn 4, so if he draws something for 2 mana, then he can always tap into, but there is no Soulfires for 0 mana, so he can't really rely on a free tempo gain.
It's a oh my god!
Oh man!
Another 5-drop. That's just rough. I mean, come on. He probably drew all his 1-drop, all his 5-drops that he has in his deck right now.
Maybe he's playing 2 full reavers, who knows? But if he'll draw another one, this is awful. But Hyped is still has poker face on. He's not making any remarks that his draw is just terrible.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure right now you have to just slam that Doomguard. Oh, interesting. He goes for the low tap instead. Because I don't know, Doomguard would have been able to deal with the Hunt Creeper immediately. But maybe he didn't want to discard the low tap? I don't know. Or he wanted to deny the trap, maybe.
I don't know. It feels so bad. When you kill the Hunted Creeper, there's still some 2 1-drops that will be spawned after that, and then you don't have really a good answer to anything on the board. Maybe if you will keep the Doomguard. Oh, now it's really unlucky.
Yeah, he needed that Doomguard to get back in this game. With the Hunter's Mark, he can deal with. He can actually deal with the Voidwalker without using his Houndmaster.
Well, you can risk with the Kodo. By the way, look, another answer card in the Hunter deck. It's
that came from the Web Spinner, I think.
Oh really? Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
I think that Kodo came from the Web Spinner.
Wasn't it golden? Maybe not. Freezing Trap, another big factor here.
Yeah, the Freezing Trap will just lock down the low tap.
Oh, you killed the low tap here.
Oh, you killed the low tap?
Yeah, because
yeah, I guess you want to prevent Argus, maybe.
Argus or whatever buff that Warlock would draw in this situation would be negated by the Freezing Trap. The Emergency Coolant makes the Handmaster being stop from attacking from 1 turn, but that doesn't really mean much, as well. You can't really fit both Kodo and Deadly Skin in Deadly Shot in 1 turn, but Warlock is already at 11 points of health, so this is really low.
Firebat burning those cards away with spells.
It doesn't really matter,
yeah,
right?
It doesn't really matter, but what's also interesting to note, though, is that the Fellreaver cards getting burned give information
about the deck.
About the deck, not only about the deck, but about what cards he cannot have anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So, for example, if you start burning Doomguards, then you know, I don't have to play around Doomguard anymore. Or
the other way around. If the Warlock player knows that he doesn't have to count on some type of cards, he can then change his life tap decisions on that.
Yeah.
But what are we talking here about? There's 2 traps on the board, 2 minions.
This game is just over. I mean, once again, the power. I mean, even if Hype is able to deal with everything, the traps, the minions, he still only has 7 health to work with. That's just 4 hero powers.
Oh man, I'm really sorry for Hyped here.
Yeah, I mean, Tempo Storm is just getting crushed here today.
Yeah, and Hyped is really a great player, and I was looking forward to this match because I really like watching how is Hyped playing. I really watch his stream regularly when he's online, and I like his thought process. I know he has the right he makes the right decisions most of the time, and it just didn't work this time. Well, this is harsh. This is harsh. 2 Tempo Storm members already out, but 2 members of Team Archon advancing to round of 8, and we'll see how it goes.